welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed lesson 9 textbook activities and also listening and speaking part. Today, we are going to start a new poem called The Sailor. And this poem was, The Sailor poem was written by none other than our national poet called Rabindranath Tagore. As soon as we hear Rabindranath Tagore's name, something starts, a song, a poem starts buzzing in our mind, all of our mind. That is our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. Obviously, all of us know that this national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, was written by Rabindranath Tagore. Let us know a little more about Rabindranath Tagore before we start this poem. And Rabindranath Tagore was born in Kolkata, that is in West Bengal, in the year 1861. And he was not only a poet, he was also a writer, he was also a painter and music composer too. So interesting that. And he got Nobel Prize in the year 1913 for literature. And he wrote many other short stories, many other poems like Gitanjali and Gora, something Gare Bhare, many like very famous, remarkable poems he wrote. Okay, in his mother tongue and also in Hindi. And Rabindranath Tagore passed away in the year August 7th, 1941. Okay, now this is all brief. If you want to know more about Rabindranath Tagore, please go through Google and type Rabindranath Tagore's biodata. Now let's start this poem, The Sailor. Okay, the sailor, let's know now who is the sailor in this poem. Okay, the sailor, the boat of the, this is not poem to sing. This is just like you look at this poem, it's looking like story, like big lines, like storylines it is. Okay, we could read, okay, and enjoy. Okay, the boat of the boatman mother is moored at the wharf of Rajganj. Okay, and it is uselessly laden with jute and has been lying there idle for ever so long. If he would only lend me his boat, I should man over with 100 oars and hoist sails 5 or 6 or 7. I should never steer her to stupid markets. I should sail the 7 seas and turn in rivers of fair land. Okay, then he is talking about, not about his boat, he is talking about his friend Madhu's boat, Madhu. Now see here, the boat of the boatman Madhu. Madhu's boat is moored, M-O-O-R-E-D, moored at the wharf, means tied at the dock, means where ships and boats tie, no? That place is called dock. Okay, moored, you should pronounce it as moved, no R. R becomes silent while pronouncing, okay? Moored at the dock. Oh, sorry, wharf. Here also R silence. Moored at the wharf means tied at the dock. Tied means the boat is tied at the dock where all the ships and boats they tie. That place is called dock. D-O-C-K dock, right? Yeah. Moored at the wharf means tied at the dock. Okay, the boat of the boatman Madhu. The boat of Madhu was tied at the dock of Rajganj. Where is the dock? Where is the dock? Rajganj. Okay. Sorry, Rajganj. Ganj only, which we don't say. Rajganj. Okay. It is uselessly laden with jute. Laden means loaded. It's laden. It's loaded. That boat of Madhu. Madhu's boat was uselessly loaded with jute and tied at the dock, Rajganj dock, not using for to sail. Okay, that's what the poet's worry. That I mean, this boy, some boy's feelings that poet has written. Okay, the boat of the boatman Madhu is moored at the wharf of Rajganj. It is uselessly laden with jute and has been lying there idle for ever so long. It has been tied and lying there for many days. It's not taking to sail the boat to any countries here and there. Simply my mother's boat is tying there. That's his problem. Okay, that's what he's thinking. Now let's take this right board. He is telling about the feelings, okay? Could you see this picture? Yeah, now it's clear. This. Okay, he is feeling like that. Now, if he could only lend me his boat, if Madhu lend me means give me for some days, like lend and borrow. Okay, lend me for money, that boat for some days, and then I should man over with 100 oars. I should man over means here to maneuver means to drive that boat, okay, to operate the boat actually, to operate the boat, to operate the boat, that's the meaning. That's the meaning of this. And what I want to say is oars, O-A-R-S, oars means that wooden flat. While moving the boat we use that blades like wooden one to move the boat, okay, they are called oars, O-A-R-S, okay. A flat wooden blade, a flat wooden blades, used for rowing the boat, for rowing the boat. Okay, this is the meaning of this oars. A flat wooden blades used for rowing the boat. To row the boat we use right wooden one, flat one. Okay, those are called oars. So I should maneuver with 100 oars and hoist sails 5 or 6 or 7. That means I would have visited 6 or 7 countries, different places. Wherever you go, the rule is that you should use that what we call sails, that is flags, color flags. Okay, I would have used so many sails, means so many countries I would have visited. I should never steer her to stupid markets. If he lend me, if mother lend me his boat, I am never going to take the boat to the stupid markets. I would have gone to different places, island, this land, that way, that country, this country, and many, like 6 or 7 countries he said, but not to the stupid markets. I should sail the 7 seas. Now see, I should sail the 7 seas, different seas, and 13 rivers of fairyland. Okay, now like fairyland means like wonderful fairy rivers and sea, 7 seas and 13 rivers I would have sailed, not to the stupid markets. See that mother's boat is tying there without any use. He simply filled the jute and tied there at the dock, not using to sail. Why don't he lend me that boat so that I could sail countries, over the countries, okay? But mother, and if I start sailing, then I should convince my mother may cry. If I go for countries, so many countries for a long time, my mother may cry, oh my child, don't leave me alone. You are going to countries, different countries. When do you come back? How could I leave alone here? So my mother may cry. So how I am going to convince my mother? He's telling in the second stanza. Okay. But mother, you won't weep for me in a corner. Weep means cry. Okay, let me say weep. This you should learn. Weep is very simple word. We should use every time we are using cry, but we are not using weep. Weep is the English. You should use different vocabulary, okay, while writing at least, okay. So he is telling his mother, mother, won't weep for me in a corner. I am not going into the forest like Ramachandra to come back only after 14 years. I am not going to, like Ramachandra, for 14 years he went Vanavas. Like that I am not going for 14 years. I will come back after sailing the countries after all for months or at least 1 year. Not for 14 years like Ramachandra. I am not going. Don't cry in the corner, mom. I would like to convince my mom in this way, telling, I shall become the prince of the story and fill my boat with whatever I like. I don't want to tie my boat with a ladder jute. I go just, I sail countries to countries and fill my boat, whatever I find in those countries, and I come back. I'm not going showing like Ramachandra living all alone. Okay, he wanted to convince his mother in this way. And then I shall take my friend Ashu with me, or we shall sail merrily across the 7 seas and the 30 rivers of the fairy land. He wanted to take his friend, that black dress boy, his friend Ashu with him to travel, to sail merrily, means happily across the 7 seas and the 13 rivers of the fairy land. He would like to take his friend Ashu with him. Okay, and now let's go with the next stanza. Okay, and we shall set sail in the early morning light. Okay, I want to start my journey early morning. Early morning light means when it is like a little bit dark, that time I should start my journey to sail, for sailing. And when at noontide means night. Noon or afternoon, afternoon. Okay, you are bathing at the pond. We shall be in the land of strange king. Yeah, after mommy, you take bath in the afternoons night every day. That time I should be in the strange king's land, some other king's land, different fairy land. I should be there. At noon means afternoon. Like in olden days, people used to bath in the afternoon because it won't be like very cold. Like afternoon, the sun would be very bright. They don't feel cold while bathing in the river or lake. Okay, they used to bath like that. Okay, so we shall set sail in the early morning light. When at noontide you are bathing at the pond. See what pond? We shall be in the land of strange king, and we shall pass the fort of Tirupurni and leave behind us the desert of Teppantar. So they wanted to. A fort means a shallow place in the river where it is possible to cross without using the boat. Okay, that is a fort means they have given here in the yellow box. You could see here yellow box the meaning. So he wanted to Tirupurni fort and also the desert of Teppantar. Behind us, leaving behind us the desert. No need of that Tirupurni fort. You don't need of boat sailing. Okay. A shallow place in a river, a down shallow place in the river where it is possible to cross without using a boat. A shallow place down depth of the river where no need to use of the boat at all. You can follow. I mean, you can pass without using the boat. So, when we come back, it will be getting dark, and I shall tell you of all that we have seen. So, during the dark time, I should again come back to you. I'm not going anything. Okay, he's telling that only one day he wanted to visit all those 7 seas and 13 fairy lands. I should cross the 7 seas and 13 rivers of fairy lands. That's the adventurous thing, miracle thing that this boy would like to do. Okay, so before the dark, it becomes dark, I should come back and tell you what all those 7 seas and 13 fairy lands, what all I have seen, I wanted to explain you. That's this poem is about. It's really very interesting. Before we end up, let's go through once again the vocabulary, and once again let's read about this poem. Okay. Now here, moon at the wharf means tide at the dock. Laden, loaded. Man or bird, operate the boat. Wing, criers, and oars, a flat wooden blades used rowing the boat. And then one more, it is there. Ford means a shallow place in a river where it is possible to cross without using the boat. Shallow place, okay. And noontide means afternoon time. It's called noontide. Now let's go through this poem once again, and let's finish this. Fill in the blanks with words and phrases from the poem. Okay, this we are going to finish today, and then if possible, we'll see this and this and this also will end up, and only question and answers in our next session. Okay, and we'll finish all the exercises. Then we can go with the 10th lesson, Crusoe finds a friend. This is Robert Crusoe. Yeah, this is Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe. Okay. Now that is very interesting story that you all are going to enjoy. And now let's go through once again the poem. I'm going to read and this exercise they are going to do. The boat of the boatman wharf of Rajganj. It is uselessly landed with jute and has been lying there idle for ever so long. If he would only lend me his boat, I should man over with 100 oars and hoist sails 5 or 6 or 7. I should never steer her to stupid markets. I should sail the 7 seas and the 13 rivers of fairy land. But mother, you won't wait for me in a corner. I'm not going into the forest like Ramachandra to come back only after 14 years. I shall become the prince of the story and fill my boat with whatever I like. I shall take my friend Aishu with me. We shall sail merrily across the 7 seas and the 13 rivers of fairy land. And we shall set sail in the early morning light, when at noontide you are bathing at the pond. We shall be in the land of a strange king. And we shall pass the fort of Tirupani and leave behind us the desert of the Panther. When we come back, it will be getting dark, and I shall tell you of all that we have seen. And I shall cross the 7 seas and 13 rivers of fairy land. It's not possible that the 7 seas and 13 fairy lands. He wanted like all in Chandamama books and comic story books that happens. Okay, that's what he wanted to do, that adventurous. Because I hope that this guy would have read many stories from those comic books. That only happened like Harry Potter. You read like taking boat and crossing rivers and all those things. So it's not practically possible. And before it becomes dark, you would like to come back again. It's amazing if it would happen. Okay. Fine then, that's it all about this poem, The Sailor, written by Rabindranath Tagore. And now let's go with textbook exercises. That is, fill in the blanks with words and phrases from the poem. Okay. Now let's go with this one. Let me erase this. Yeah. Here it is the next. Yeah, you have to fill the blanks with that one. A, exercise A. The boat of the boatman dash is lying idle in the wharf. First one is whose boatman is that? Madhu. Madhu. Page number 119. Exercise A. The boat of Madhu is lying idle in the wharf of Rajganj. Rajganj. Second blank is Rajganj. Yes, this is like these, no, fill in the blanks. You should read once again to fill the blank. That's it. Okay, next. The poet wants to cross the poet wants to cross the 7 seas and 13 rivers of fairy land. 7 seas and 13 rivers of. Could you see the board now? 13 rivers of fairy land. Here I have. Fairy land. Okay, here. 13 rivers of fairy land. 13 rivers of fairy land. Okay. And then next one, let's go. I hope you have written for your sake. I am keeping this way. Yeah. Yeah. Now next one. Let me write from here the second one. It's not looking good. Second one, first blank is cross. Second blank is 7. Third blank, 13 rivers of fairy land. Now see, 7 and 13 rivers of fairyland. This is the second blank. Now let's go with the third blank. That is, he will dash his boat with things he dash. He will fill his boat. He will fill his boat with the things whatever he likes. With the things he likes. Whatever likes. He likes whatever. He likes whatever. He likes whatever. Okay, now fourth one. The poet will take dash his friend Ashu with him. He will take his friend Ashu with him. His friend Ashu. He will take his friend Ashu with him. And fifth one, they will set sail early in the morning light. Could you see fifth one? They will early in the, what is that? Morning light. Early in the morning light. And then the next thing is to be in the land of a strange king. In the land of a strange king. In the land of a strange king. And then sixth one, they will leave behind the desert of Tepanta. Let me write sixth one here. Sixth one. Desert of Tepanta. T-E-P-A-N-T-E-R. Tepanta. I hope this is the correct spelling. T-E-P-A-N-T-A-R. Not here, sorry. T-A-R. Tepanta. And the last one, the speaker will return home before it gets dark. Could you see the board, I think? Home? Wait. Okay. Before it gets dark. And whatever he has seen. And whatever he has seen. And whatever he has seen. And he wanted to tell his mother whatever he has seen. Okay. Do you see now? Yeah. Yeah, first blank, Madhu, Rajput. Second, cross, 7, 13 rivers of fairyland. Phil likes whatever. Third one. Fourth one is friend Hashu. Fifth one, morning light and land of a strange king. Sixth one, desert of Tepanta. And before it gets dark, and whatever he has seen, he wanted to tell his mother. Okay, now let's go with the next one. It's still we have time. Now let's go with the next blanks. Okay, and then drawbacks of this one and that one. Now one more is for you, that is a talking one. Now let's go with this blank, and let's finish this also. Later we'll see D part. Okay, that is talking part. Now, I hope you have finished this now. Okay, I hope you have finished. Now, let's go with the part C and fill in the blanks with the correct words from the brackets. We are going to have ice cream for which desert? D-E-S-C-R-T or D-E-S-S-R-T? Two, like homophones. Different spelling, same sound with different spellings and different meanings. They are called homophones. Now you have filled the blanks on the homophones now. Okay. Now let's go through this one, all of you. Okay. The first one is D-E-S-S-E-R-T. Desert, ice cream. Okay. Not desert. Okay, like Rajasthan desert. We are going to have ice cream for desert. D-E-S-S-E-R-T. The second one. Now C part I am talking, fill in the blanks. The miners were digging for iron. B answers that we discuss later. Okay. The miners were digging for iron. O-A-R-O-R-E-O. Iron ore is different from OAR. Ore means OAR. Those are blades, rolling board. This word you need to learn. Third one, I have never seen. S-E-E-N. Seen. Okay, not seen. Scenery. That is okay. Fourth one, the Titanic was one of the biggest ships to sail. S-A-N-E, S-A-I-L. Sail, no. This sail is correct. Sail for, that is selling something. So this is for sale. This boat is for sale means we are going to sell it. But this is sailing a boat. To sail a boat. Okay. When the dash receded, the beach was full of seashells. Tide. Tide means tying something. But tide, that like a flow of water. Okay. T-I-D-E. Fifth one is T-I-D on the beach. Okay. Waves and tide, you know that tide. Next, sixth one, I forgot to ask Veena what she would like me to buy. B-U-Y, buy, not buy. Both are same, buy. Okay, buy. Animals like humans protect and care for their. P-H-E-I-R. This you know already. This I have taught you, no need to explain. Now, eighth one, like a lion attacking its prey. Prey, P-R-A-Y, praying God. Prey, animal that attacks animal and eat. Okay. Animal which could be eaten by another animal. Prey. Okay. It's prey. The kitten pounced on its toy. Now D is work with your partner. Take turns to choose any two lines from the poem and read them aloud with expressions to convey a particular emotion or feeling, and let your partner tell you which emotion or feeling you are trying to express and enact without telling. And you should tell which lines you are doing that role play. That we can't do here without mono and like mimicry like that. Okay. Now let's go with fun time. E. The speaker in the poem wants to take the boat and visit faraway places in the present day. People travel in a number of ways. Work with your partner and choose one of the ways of traveling. Car, train, boat or aeroplane. Which one you would like to take? Shall we go with aeroplane? Your wish, you can write with the car also. Your wish. But you should write about that all. Okay, why you would like to. The next question, see. Now let's go with aeroplane. You write your own answer. I would like to travel with aeroplane. I am taking aeroplane. Okay. I would like to travel by aeroplane. Now fill the table given below with appropriate information. 1. Advantages of traveling by aeroplane. Drawbacks. Advantages and drawbacks. And drawbacks. This side, drawbacks. Okay. Now, advantages are very quick. Comfort. We can reach destination quickly. It's very fast. Second thing, it is comfortable. Very comfortable. Okay, comfortable. You feel very comfortable in traveling by this one. Okay, and we can reach our destination very fast and comfortable. Very comfortable traveling. We feel comfortable. Traveling by plane. In plane, you can also write in plane or by plane. By plane, I don't know. In an aeroplane. In plane. In plane, you write. In plane. Don't write by plane. In plane. Now, aeroplane crashes and very. What are the drawbacks? Drawbacks fail. Like very, we can't expensive, very expensive. Traveling by plane is, okay, you write. Traveling in plane is very expensive. Very expensive. Second thing, you can say we may meet dangerous. Traveling by plane is dangerous also. Traveling in plane is dangerous, as we may meet, as we may meet plane crashes. Plane crash, we write plane crash. Like such things, thunder or anything happens, we may meet plane crash. Okay, accidents like that. Okay, one is this one, the other thing is that one. Okay, I hope you are catching my point. Yeah, now you could write your own. Same car intake. We can reach destination quickly and comfortably only with your family members. Traveling by car is very expensive and we may meet accidents on the road and you may get strained. Only one person, your family member has to drive. All very expensive, you can say. And we may miss the passengers and their with their communicating with them. That all you may miss. Okay. Traveling by train, you may meet many people, unknown persons, okay, strangers. Making friendship with the strangers won't happen if you travel by car. Such things you could write. Okay, children, that's all for today's class. Bye bye for now. Have a nice